Welcome to Behind the Badge. I'm your host, Chief David Malloy, Director of Public Safety for the City of Novi, and I'm honored to have Sergeant Kevin Rhea joining us here today. Sergeant, welcome back to Behind the Badge.
Thank you, Chief.
Why don't you tell the viewing audience a little bit about your background, your education. You got quite a history here in Novi, and what your current assignment is here with the organization.
I do, thank you. I have been blessed to be a part of this community since I was 4 years old. After graduating from Novi High School and getting my bachelor's degree from Ferris State University, I was fortunate enough to have an opportunity to come back home, work in my hometown, and be able to give back to the community that gave me so much when I was growing up.
You actually started out as an emergency dispatcher, correct?
I did. I started out as a dispatcher in our communications section and worked there for 4 years before being hired as a police officer and attending the police academy. I was a police officer for 7 years, was given the opportunity to work in our investigation section for 3 or 4 years before being promoted to a uniform division sergeant. And now in my current role as the training and standards sergeant, I have been given quite a few opportunities and a lot of responsibility as far as ensuring that all of our training is up to date, all of our policies are up to date, as well as supervising our public safety records section.
And you talked about education and training, and you actually went on to Eastern Michigan University following graduation from the Police Staff and Command program. Tell the viewers a little bit about that.
I did. Actually, I graduated from Eastern Michigan University with a master's in public administration, and I also attended the School of Police Staff and Command at Eastern Michigan University. I was afforded an opportunity based upon my prior experience with my Master's of Public Administration to actually begin teaching there at the School of Police Staff and Command, teaching human resources issues, hiring, staffing, and the like.
Excellent. And one of the exciting things that we've had going on for about the past 2 years, the Novi Police Department is seeking national accreditation. Can you tell the viewers what that's all about and really what that means not only to the organization, but also to our community and kind of the stature we'll have in the law enforcement profession?
Sure. It is an exciting time. It's an exciting process. The accreditation is through an organization called the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies, otherwise known as CALEA. CALEA is a national accrediting agency where less than 2% of the agencies in the state of Michigan have this national accreditation. Basically, it's ensuring that our policies, our procedures, the processes that the officers do, the records clerks do, the investigators do, are all based upon national best practices. So the community can be assured that once we receive this national accreditation, we are following those best practices. Not only do we have to have the directive in place showing that we do subscribe to those best practices, but we also have to show proofs of compliance showing that we are walking the talk, so to speak.
And we have what will happen early next year, March of 2017, is that we'll actually have on-site assessors from other nationally accredited agencies throughout the country will actually come to Novi. And tell a little bit about how that will transpire.
Sure. We are definitely looking forward to having our on-site accreditation, where we have 3 assessors from CALEA that will spend 4 days in the city of Novi. March 12th through the 15th of 2017, and they will not only be looking at our files to make sure that we are in compliance with their standards, but they'll also be interviewing staff members. They'll be doing ride-alongs with our police officers. There'll be a public hearing on March 13th before the council meeting, where members of the public can come and offer their comments about the police department and our operations.
Well, I'm not only proud of the work that you've done, but also you've been able to engage the entire organization. We have subject matter experts throughout this entire organization in the response to resistance, to use of force, to emergency driving, firearms, dealing with the mentally ill, crisis intervention techniques, and you've been able to tap those resources throughout our organization because we have so many subject matter experts that they've been able to work on this. And literally what the viewers, I think, can take away is that the Novi Police Department will have earned national accreditation because we not only have the practices in place, but we demonstrate those on a daily basis. And I think that goes a long way to building the public's trust. And let's talk about that.
Absolutely. This project could not be done by one person. Just like you said, the subject matter experts that we employ just inside this building have been crucial to the process. There are over 484 standards that we need to meet in order to receive this national accreditation. And we are able to do that because of the men and women that work in this building. And once we receive this national accreditation, I believe it'll go a long way toward helping build that trust with the community, because the community can rest assured that we do employ the nation's best practices, whether it comes from bias-based policing to response to resistance to maintaining confidentiality of records. Those are all important topics when it comes to building that public trust.
Excellent. And I would be remiss if I didn't point out to the viewers that we've always had the support. This has been about a 2.5, 3-year project, and we've had the support of not only the city manager's office here in Novi, city manager Auger, but assistant city manager Cardenas, and all of our elected officials from Mayor Gatt and the entire city council, because there is a funding mechanism as a result of this, because it does require a budgetary commitment, and we'd like to thank them for providing that as well.
Absolutely. We could not have done this. It is a community effort.
Excellent.
Even when it comes down to the on-site assessment, it will be a community effort, and it will be nice to have those members of the community come out and tell the national assessors who don't know where Novi is what they think of their police department.
Excellent. Well, again, Sergeant, thank you for all your work. I'm very proud of you and of the effort that you've put in, and really the accomplishment that we will all see as a community. And to you, the viewing audience, thank you for tuning in to Behind the Badge, and until next time, continue to watch Novi Television.